Man, Paolo has had a couple really nice clutch games against the New Orleans Pelicans, and then most recently last night against the Charlotte Hornets, where he kind of just took over in the fourth quarter at the end, towards the end of the game, hitting big shot after big shot. So this starter, backup, and bench is Pich. Who do you want the ball in the hands of to win the game? Is it Paolo, Markelle, or Franz?
Well, it's starter, backup, bench, so I'm going to get to select them all. As my starter, I'm going with Markelle Fultz. Backup, I'm going with Paolo. And on the bench, I'm going with Franz. I love me some Franz, but I'll start there on the bench. I see Franz miss shots from time to time at key points, and he doesn't get calls from the officials. So basically, because of the not getting the calls from the officials, that's why he's on the bench. He doesn't get that love. Okay. Especially in the important part of the game time. He likes to play those angles off the window, which I love, but I do see those hitting and missing, and I don't see him getting a foul call. Paolo, I see getting that foul call, so that's why I have him as the backup, because I feel like no matter what he does, it's going to be either a foul call or it's going to be something that's going to be positive a little bit more, and I want the ball in Fultz's hands most of the time for us, because he's a great decision maker. He's a fantastic ball handler. He's good at getting to his kill spots, as you love. He knows when he's got that shot and when he doesn't, and he can get to his area. But if he's not there, he's not going to force it, and he's a great passer. So that's my three.
Well, I had the same order, but I'm going to mix it up just for the sake of the show. To try to
sometimes it's the right answer.
You're right. Yeah, I mean, okay. To try to bring some numbers to bear on this, as I like to do, just to provide some evidence, for my claims here. I looked up for our team in the NBA fourth quarter when there's a 5-point differential between the team scores. Someone who's played at least 18 games, what are the best plus minuses there? Who's had the most points, actually? And Markelle is 39th in the league, Paolo's 55th, and Franz is 101st. So your eye test, Pich, what you enjoyed, you kind of put them out as they were. I'm going to switch it up, though. I'm going to go with Paolo as my starter, just because he's really impressed me as of late.
Screw the numbers you looked up, right?
Screw the numbers I looked up. Sometimes you got to go with the eye test, and the eye test tells me that Paolo is on one right now, that he's taking his game up to a different level, that he understands he's a guy down the stretch that can create his own shot, get to the hoop, get to the line, and get a bucket. He said after the interview, "This is what I've been doing. I get buckets. If the team needs me to go and get a bucket, I can do that." He can. Not far behind, I guess my backup would be Markelle Fultz. Both of those guys, Paolo and Markelle, they just bring a little bit more in terms of isolation scoring than Franz. Franz made some tremendous leaps early in the season, even though it was ugly for us because we had no point guard and he had to be the guard. So his ball handling, his guard play is much improved, but it's still not at the level of the handle of Paolo Banchero and then Markelle Fultz, who's ahead of all of them. But I'll still put Markelle as my starter just because of the size and the mismatch and the isolation opportunity, which sadly in late game situations, a lot of times it just comes to, hey, my best guy versus your best guy. Right. And I'm taking Paolo Banchero.
Okay, fair enough.